Marjorie Taylor Greene went on a tirade on Saturday on Twitter against her fellow Republicans. Marjorie Taylor Greene attacked Republicans in the Senate for a vote session that took place on Friday evening, where Joe Biden got another handful of federal judges appointed to lifetime appointments on the federal courts. And of course, because the Senate has now gone into recess for the rest of the year, Joe Biden finishes the year with 40 federal judges confirmed to the bench, which is, by the way, a huge, huge win for that administration. It's more than double what Donald Trump got in his first year. He only had 19 in his first year. Of course, his first year also included a Supreme Court nominee, thanks to Mitch McConnell screwing everybody over on that one. But Biden is on pace right now to get more judges confirmed if this trend keeps up. And of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene is pissed off about that, so she goes on Twitter, and here's what she says. What happened in the Senate last night was an abomination. If the Republican senators had simply stayed at work, they would have beaten every nomination after about 3 p.m. Half the conference left. Pathetic. No excuses for this, but what do you expect with failed leadership? It's absolutely disgusting that Senate GOP allows this to happen. Republicans in the Senate could stop decades of Marxist judicial tyranny, but instead either don't bother to show up and vote or actually vote to confirm Biden's noms. Republican senators are clueless about the Republican base. She's nuts, sure. But what she's doing here is actually rather skillful, and I hate to give her credit for anything, but she understands her role in the party now. Marjorie Taylor Greene's job is to go out there and be the attack dog. She's the one who gets to go out there and say the things that the rest of the Republican Party can't say because they're too afraid, they don't want to piss anybody off. But Marjorie Taylor Greene understands that right now there's a big rift between Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. So she gets to go out there, be Donald Trump's little attack dog, go after Mitch McConnell and Republicans in the Senate, and then act like she's the biggest and baddest person out there because she took them on when nobody else did. And unfortunately, with parts of the Republican base, that does actually resonate. Like, she's probably going to win some political points for these tweets. But I do think it's funny that this is probably Biden's biggest accomplishment in his first year. 40 judges. And of course, as I said in the past, before we even hit the 40 number, it's not even about the quantity that he's getting out there, it's about the quality. Because we're getting judges that used to serve as public defenders. We're getting judges that worked as plaintiffs' lawyers. So these aren't the corporate defense firm judges that Pap and I talk about all the time here on Ring of Fire that consistently steamroll the rights of consumers. These are people who actually fought on behalf of consumers. People who actually fought on behalf of destitute clients. They know the real suffering in this world, and now they get to be the judges. That is a big, big deal. That does help change the judiciary, especially after Donald Trump put more than 250 judges out there. We need what Biden is doing here. And I'm not willing to say that if this is the only thing he gets done in 4 years in office, then hey, that's still a win, but it is a big deal. Transforming the judiciary has been on the Republican agenda at the very top of that list for decades. Mitch McConnell has done a great job of delivering that for the Republicans. That's something Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't understand. But she does understand optics, and she knows this probably looks bad for Republicans, so she's trying to capitalize on the Republican failure to stop these Biden nominations.